We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So go. 180.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Now a handoff working right. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So go. Blue 40.
Mike to 59. No chance.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check, 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 check.
Eleven.
50's the mic.
Now Luck. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Let's go.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
It's our time. It's our time. Mike's 57. 57's right. Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, lock it. Get it.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun, finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Go.
On the draw, this is Barkley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Okay, ready?
53 is the mic. Here we go, here we go.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Ready?
From the gun, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
53 is right. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Hey, orbit.
He's checking Craig.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Jones now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Check. Fresno.
General West. Hey, Zoo.
Throwing again. Jones. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Keep working.
Saquon Barkley, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I got it.
Now they try the right side here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Motion, pump.
Hey, check.
Pump. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch. Here we go.
To throw is Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Lyons. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. And the Lions have opened it up, leading now by a couple of touchdowns. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
These two teams all tied after one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
53 to Mike. 53.
Now Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Box truck.
53.
Throwing Jones. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 43. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, X3, 218, chop it. Ready?
Saquon Barkley running right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Target.
Hey, wahoo!
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Nice, sweetheart.
Second and 10. He's got Watkins on the out route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on third and 2.
Hey, Mike 51. Check the outs.
Now Jones. Operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on fourth down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Rosas puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Throwing his lock. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
On the set.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. Check, 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 check.
On first down, Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. but there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, Sam off.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. PAT up and good by Rosas. The second quarter score from KC. It's the Chiefs that have jumped out to the early lead against the Raiders. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the slant.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Protein spill. Hey, high 7. Get it.
2nd and 9 now.
Number 53, Mike 53.
That's complete to Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Set. 10 Tucson.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
Hey, Delta. Now. Let go.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And an acrobatic catch there by Watkins. A gain of 32 that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Ready, set.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Topper! Bravo! Now.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Alert flare. Alert.
Go.
Flare.
Ready.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Cowboys. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
We got this.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Let's
The
go
last
now.
run got a
70
couple. Here's
Indy.
2nd and 8.
Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down.
Tyler, 64, reach. Shoot.
They'll go to Barkley again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. I got him.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And the Giants send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And the Lions adding more points to their total, extending that lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now the first carry for Bush. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Go. 540.
54 Mike. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Get in the weight room.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And this one is right down Broadway. And this is back down to a 7-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check three. Roll out.
From the gun, Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Kill.
Going to give this time to the tailback. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Ready!
54 Mike. Watch the run. They're running it. Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want? Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Pick it up.
Block on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Matchbox right. Watch it.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Look at me. Door.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Watkins. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Hey, Charlie.
53
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, come.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You got him. You got him.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff here to his running back. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Ready?
Now it's Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. His throw incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike 51. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set up. 18 Gator.
51's the mic.
Hey, Alpha.
You remember me. Let's go, baby.
Shoot.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage? You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case, remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Recon, 132 fighter.
On second down, Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
A gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Ready, ready.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Shit. General West.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Again, it's Barkley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Hey.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Go.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
On 4th down, Jones. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got this down to the 35. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. This from 52 and this for the win. And his kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Giants, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.